Hi guys, this is Vaughn with Ballistic Boardware. Today we're going to walk you through opening up your new bomb bag. Just got it in the mail. Going to show you how to install it and how to use the bag to roll it so that you're not going to get water and snow in it. So first off, here's your bag. It's going to show up looking like this inside our packaging. Bracket's going to be on backwards just for a little bit more compact footprint when we ship it. So first thing you're going to do is going to slide the bracket out of the back of the bag, set that aside. Next you're going to open it up, simply pinch the first buckle, move the flap back, pinch the second buckle, unroll. It's that easy to get into the bag. So there's a few things in here. There is a Ballistic Boardware sticker for you, waterproof, laminated, pretty high quality, so stick that somewhere where people can see it, help us out. There's a little disclaimer in here, goes over the warranty of the bomb bag. You're going to get 4 high quality stainless steel screws. They're a little bit longer than your stock ones probably are. This allows us to install the binding over your bracket and still have enough thread length into the inserts in the board to where it won't cause any issues for you. And last but not least, you're going to get an ankle and a toe adjustment plate. Basically these are going to rotate around the bracket itself and help support your binding. So I'm assuming that everyone knows how to take off a snowboard binding, but just in case, you can watch me take off mine. Majority of our boards are going to have 4 screws going down into the plate in your binding. Our bag will not currently work with the Burton EST system. If you have an EST binding and you're putting it onto a off-brand board and it uses a plate like this, it'll work. But if you are putting a EST binding on a Burton EST board, our design does not work with those right now. We're in the works designing that. Okay, 4 screws are off. Move the binding off to the side. Now I ride goofy, so the binding that I just took off is for my right foot. It's my forward foot on my binding, or on my board. If you're a regular rider, you're going to be placing the bomb bag underneath your left foot. So regular, it'll go under your left. Goofy, it'll go under your right. Just depends on your riding style. Neither one's right or wrong. So what you're going to want to do is, based off of your binding, how much tilt you have off of your base plate, depending on the degrees that you're tilting your bindings out. Each one of these notches is about 5 degrees. So I ride about a 12-degree stance on my front. So I'm going to simply place my front support plate 2 notches over to the right, and my heel 2 notches over to the left. What this will allow me to do is keep my bag straight with my board, but still allow my binding to have whatever degree tilt I want. So next, you're going to place your binding back onto your board, line it up with the screw insets that you had planned to have it in. And simply tighten back down. So I've got my binding set at about 12 or 13 degrees forward cant. I've got my bracket for my bag lined up pretty square with the length of my board, so that'll keep the bag centered, so if I'm dragging into snow or branches or whatever, it'll keep it safe and tucked back behind my binding, so nothing's going to hit it or hurt what I'm storing inside. You'll want to make sure that you tighten your binding down very firmly. You don't want these screws backing out and causing you issues. Now, I already had the extended screws installed in my binding, so had this been you installing them, you would have grabbed these 4 screws out of here, made sure that they were a little bit longer than your stock screws, and then use those in place of the ones that you had before you installed your bomb bag. Okay, binding's nice and tight, nice and firm. Supported in the front, supported in the back. So your heel and toe, when you're carving, the binding's not going to lift, it's not going to move on you whatsoever. For my bindings, I'm going to slide the plate back on. Tighten them back down. And there you go. Took about 3 minutes to install your bracket. Now that your bracket's installed, all you're going to do is on the back, you can see we have a sleeve here. It's reinforced polyurethane. All you're going to do is slide the bracket down over that, or rather the bag over the bracket, just like that. Then you're going to attach these 2 elastic loops back here to the anchor points on the back of the bracket. This will make sure that the bag does not lift up off of your board, doesn't rattle around, doesn't move. Now that the bag is installed, you can put whatever you feel like putting into it. Alright, so now that we've got our bomb bag installed, we've got to figure out what we want to put into it. Today I want to put in a few things. First off, I'm going to start with the flask, just in case I get thirsty while I'm up on the mountain. Next, my GoPro 3-way, in case I want to do some filming. We'll put in an extra battery for my GoPro, extra screen, LCD screen for my GoPro, hot hands, in case I or somebody I'm riding with gets cold, wallet, kind of goes without saying. Got some chapstick, some hard wax, car keys. These are kind of sharp, so not a good thing to have in your pockets. Snowboard tool, just in case you have any issues with your bindings. Good thing to always have with you. Not a good thing to have in your pocket. Kind of sharp, it's a good way to get stabbed. This isn't fun to fall on either. Good way to bruise or crack a rib. And lastly, a light stick in case I get lost in the dark or stumble across a rave. So, all that will fit in the bomb bag, no problem. So next you're going to seal it. All you're going to do is pinch this top strap, push a little bit of the air out, and you're going to roll it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Snap once. Snap twice. The bag is full. The bag is completely waterproof at this point. There's not even going to be any air movement coming through that seal. You pinch the bag, push the bag, and no air is going to escape. So anything that you put in your bomb bag at this point is safe and dry. It's located back behind your binding, so it's tucked back. So trees, snow, skiers, whatever you hit isn't going to hit your bag, and it's nice and waterproof. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the slopes.